And NewsNation correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live from the Golden State tonight to break this all down. Jorge, we know that Newsom has not announced any formal plans, but it sounds like his plans are starting to take shape.
Yeah, that's right, Natasha. This is coming as the Democratic Party is looking for a new face to challenge Republicans in 2028. Today, Newsom saying that he will consider that a White House run after the 2026 midterms. And Newsom is no stranger in bringing the fight to President Trump. We're already seeing that here in California over issues like election oversight and immigration enforcement. NewsNation takes a closer look at California Gavin Newsom and his potential White House run.
I mean, he's an invasive species.
For California.
For the country. For the world.
California's Governor Gavin Newsom, a longtime critic of former President Donald Trump, is hinting he might be preparing for the national stage, saying today that he will consider a White House run after the 2026 midterms.
After the 2026 midterms, you're going to give it serious thought.
Yeah, I'd be lying otherwise. I'd just be lying, and I can't do that.
Newsom's announcements comes as tension between him and President Trump remains elevated. In recent months, Newsom has gone on the offensive towards the president, mocking Trump's McDonald's campaign anniversary and later called him a man-child in the Oval for threatening new tariffs on Canada. But not only that, on X, Newsom accused Trump and his advisor, Stephen Miller, of weaponizing immigration enforcement.
Hundreds of people every month that we coordinate with ICE to go after the worst of the worst. That's not what this is about, and everybody knows it. You don't just randomly show up at a car wash and tell me it's about the worst of the worst.
But the latest flashpoint between Newsom and Trump is over election oversight. Newsom blasted the Trump administration's Department of Justice for sending federal monitors to polling sites in California.
They have no business doing that. They have no basis to do that. In fact, we have a statewide election for a statewide constitution. This is about voter intimidation. This is about voter suppression, period, full stop.
Hours later, Trump fired back on Truth Social, accusing Democrats of cheating and calling California's up-and-coming Prop 50 vote dishonest. He warned Republicans to get smart before it's too late. The battle didn't end there. Minutes later, Newsom hit back on X, writing, quote, "Ramblings of an old man that knows he's going to lose." That online exchange underscoring how the feud between both men has gone beyond policy, turning into a personal war of words.
I'm looking forward to who presents themselves in 2028 and who meets that moment. And that's the question for the American people.
And for the last several months, I've been covering anti-Trump and No Kings protests on the ground. And I also noticed that several protesters there have the Newsom 2028 signs. And when you speak with voters, they say they feel like Newsom is a fighter and he is ready to fight the Republican Party in 2020. As of now, though, Natasha, no official decision has been made. Newsom still says that his focus still remains California.
Yeah, it is still early. And Jorge, another prominent Democrat, of course, former Vice President and presidential candidate Kamala Harris. She also seems to be hinting at a possible presidential run. She recently said, "I am not done." What can you tell us about any likelihood of her running in 2028 at this point?
Yeah, these are some interesting comments, Natasha, because Kamala Harris has closed the door when it comes to running for governor here in California. But when it comes to that presidential run, still leaving that door open. She gave an interview to the BBC, and she says that her political career is far from over. The BBC asking her if she sees a woman in the White House and if that could be her. Harris leaving that door wide open. Take a listen.
I'm not done. That is correct. I am not done. I have lived my entire career a life of service, and it's in my bones, and there are many ways to serve.
When are they going to see a woman in charge in the White House?
In their lifetime, for sure.
Could it be you?
Possibly.
Have you made a decision yet?
No, I have not.
You heard that term right there. No, I have not. And now Harris and Newsom both hinting at the 2028 White House run. While it's still very early, Noble Predictive Politics is polling, and Harris is leading Newsom when it comes to Democrat and independent voters. But still,
very early, Natasha.
It's very interesting. Jorge Ventura with that live report in Los Angeles tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.